Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from August 29th to September 4th. As we head into this new month of September, even fall into early winter, we are moving into completely new energies. This summer, this spring summer, was all about activating our codes and our DNA and our original soul blueprint. We were in activation mode. For me personally, I feel like September is like a settling, an integration of those codes. Now they're settling into the physical vessel. And so I don't foresee freedom from that. I foresee a bit more discomfort happening, because as they settle in, obviously your body needs to shift around, right? We're still in that compression stage, but at least things are starting to settle a little bit more, and the symptoms won't be so heavy. Like maybe I'm sure I don't know, but I feel like there could be migraines and headaches coming up because of this compression and this settling in. For me, one of these symptoms has been happening like progressively, is that I'm losing my language. I'm losing words. It's like I as a copywriter by day, or a writer, it's very disconcerting, because it's like I can't even I don't even remember the word. I can't even describe it to someone to explain it to them. So I don't know if that's happening to you. Like, we're eating our words. Lots of memory loss is happening massively, like from one moment to the next. Like I don't even remember, like 5 minutes ago. It's like, oh, okay. And like, again, like I said last week, there's this feeling of numbness or stagnancy kind of thing. Like you're just there, that feeling. And that's because we're moving away from the old, so much old story, right? So much an old energy, and we're just having to be, because nobody really knows what this new energy is. Like, it's completely new for everyone, for the galactics, anyone, because this is completely new. Right? So we're all like in this momentary surprise every single day, right? So the goal is to live in the moment. The goal is to live like every moment is a new moment. Every moment is a surprising moment. So what's happening here is a surprise, because it's never happened before. We're having to walk away from these old stories and energy. You know that I have a lot of people that come up to me or talk to me, or we like, how can I not involve myself in the day-to-day of what's going on in this life, like watching the news, or like putting our attention into the narratives out there. I said, I did that, right, for so many months and years, and now I'm at a stage where I don't even engage in any of it, because I choose not to put my energy into it. If when I put my energy into it, then it's like I'm giving my power away to them. And it's like, well, how do you just dissolve like that kind of energy? I said, simply by not putting the energy. If you start to put your energy in creating a new government, a new organization, a new structure, then that old energy cannot like sustain itself. Then it has to collapse. But still, there's so much energy being placed there, even from all sides of the coin, right? Whether it's negative or positive or whatever. And it's like, we can't live like that. That energy, it's collapsing by the day anyways. Like, there's so much solar radiation coming in. There's so much activations coming in, that old energy, which is also physical form, they cannot sustain themselves in this. So there will be, like, I don't know about you, but I've been hearing a lot more people passing away or getting sick or whatever, and that's because they can't hold this new. And it's okay. because everybody's here as a volunteer on Earth, and that is us stepping outside of this story and actually like taking it for what it is and appreciating everybody's life on Earth and appreciating everybody's journey. So you know, I've been stepping back and forth as well, and not living in the moment as much as I wanted to. This past August, it was really intense for me. Like a lot of old hurts and a lot of old stories have come up for me, and have had to face them. And then it's okay. It's like this is part of the process, right? We're needing to say goodbye to it. It's been hurtful and disappointing for me with a lot of people and myself as well. And I realize that we really are alone on this journey, and we just have to stand in that aloneness kind of thing, and we need to be the leaders that we are and lead by example, kind of be that hermit. And yet there's still everyone around us, and it's great, and still like enjoy the festivities and do things instead of just cocooning. But it's not as glamorous as the love and light world would like to seem. It's not. It's like, it's a heavy energy and it's a lot of work, but this is the work we chose to do. This is what we volunteered to do. Okay, speaking of light love, I want to talk to you a little bit about my tarot readings and my Akashic Records readings. So I've had a lot of people, I've had some people, customers come to me for tarot readings expecting me to, they come in, they sit in front of me, they don't say anything, thinking that I'm a psychic or a medium, but I'm not. Most tarot readers are not. I mean, unless there's a psychic tarot reader, good for her, but that I'm not that. I don't bring in your past on loved ones. I don't see the future. I don't do that. I use my cards to guide you through the day, or through your situation, or through your area of life that you're stuck in. So if you have a relationship, if you work, if you need to travel, or even if you come for a general reading, it's fine. But if you're expecting me to see something that has happened to you in your life, it's not what I do. Like, I'm going to give you an example. There's a client that came in, and one of their parents passed away, and the cards came out, the death card and the his or her sign card. But if I don't know that the person passed away, then I could see that. And I don't really like to talk about death in my readings, but I could have said, oh, but I also see change, I see transformation, I see different things, new journey happening, right? So every card has multiple meanings according to what we're talking about. So I can never really always pinpoint what has happened in your life unless you tell me, so that we can explore it further. And that's what we do. We like to explore with the cards. So I just wanted to tell you that. I know a lot of you, like, even when I'm doing my general readings, it's not every single one of you that resonates with the reading or the rising or the moon. It depends on where you are in your life, right? And a lot of us are evolving as well, so we're not even feeling the same things in the cards, but it is what it is. It's the energy, and it's whoever needs to hear it at that time. The same with my Akashic Records reading. It's like I go into your past life library and I help you through a behavior, a pattern, a stuck energy. If you have issues in your relationships, if you have issues in your career, if you want to learn about yourself, then we go in and we talk about it. But if you come in and you ask me, I want to know who I was in my past life, and that's all you want to know, the masters and teachers might not tell you, because if it's not important to you. So that's why it's like the Akashic Records is really there to help you better understand what the decisions you've made in your life, why you're here at this very moment in time, why this happened to you in childhood, why, you know, like, it's to better understand you. So I just wanted to give you that heads up. And but again, like, a lot of people come in for general, and I still dive into general as that. But as we speak generally, tarot or akashics, then like information comes out, and we're all in this together. So I'm working with you. I'm not separate from you. We're collaborating, all of us, the spirits and guides and everyone. All right, I just wanted to clarify that. All right, so this is a short one this week. I realize that, like, here I am talking that information is not important, and we shouldn't be diving into too much information. So here I'm giving you information. So I'm going to try to keep them as short as possible, and I bring up obviously how I'm feeling, what's happening in my life. So maybe that if it resonates with you, and we could talk about it in the comments or otherwise, and that's great. If you ever have any questions, or if you want me to talk about a certain topic, just let it in the comments, and I'll talk about it the next week. So I'm not yet I'm going to start offering the free readings, but I think starting next week, because this has been a very insane week for me. So I'm going to take a little bit of rest this week. All right, so if you're in Montreal, I'm at the Festival de Mode Design today. Sunday, the 28th of August is our last day from 2 to 11 p.m. Just check me out. I'm at the Sensation Mode booth. I'll be giving free tarot readings, 10 to 15 minute 3-card readings. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you in the extended. And have a great week, and enjoy these September energies. And remember, it's still summer in the Northern Hemisphere, so don't be thinking it's fall. All right, I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got Shadow, the Moon card, which is Pisces. Like I said in Instagram, and I like the analogy that I use, I like the fact that you are facing off with each other, with yourselves, or facing off with other people in your life that are of your past energy. Like a parent, a sibling, a child, a partner, anyone who has like affected you greatly, who has brought you down, who has is consistently someone that keeps showing up in your face all the time and bringing up old emotions or even new emotions. There's this feeling of you having to step away from that. It's like time to move into a new chapter. It's time, like 18 is 1 + 8 is 9. 9 is like coming to the end. Like they've served your purpose, or that emotion or that feeling inside you, like that guilt, that manipulation, that control, that sadness, that guilt, I said guilt already, defensiveness, that judgment inside, it's enough. It's served its purpose, and it's time to move into a new energy. It's kind of a really beautiful energy, this, because usually I see the moon as intuition, or like someone mysterious around you that's sneaky, and it could be that too, but I really am feeling this, and maybe I'm being maybe it's because I have a few Aries clients, and this is what's coming up for them, and I'm feeling that their energy here, so it could be that. So you know, that's the way it works sometimes, and it's actually the message that's coming through. So let's just go further into the cards, and we'll see if I'm right. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I have oracles and tarot, and I also have a spirit message for you. So we have abundance coming up. Awesome. Let's take them all out. We have the unexpected, the blue moon card. Nice. I love the unexpected. Change, like thunder moon change coming up for you. All right. 20 is blossom. Oh, is the judgment card. Awakening, blossoming into the abundance. I like that. 19. Look at these cards. We have the Sun card. Shine your light, babies. And we have the base chakra card, which is the root chakra. So, which is a Taurus energy, could also be an Aries energy. But wow, wow, and wow energy is what I'm saying here. Like, it's almost like this moon is showing up because you are in a process of massive shift and change in your life, Aries. You're like moving into abundance, which is could be love, joy, money, career. Like there's, let's see, there's like plentiful of leaves, which is, and there's, what is that? Is that like an animal? Maybe, I can't see. Oh, there's animals around her. It's just this feeling here. And it's like fall, which I love it. Like we're entering into September and the blossoming shows up. You're entering into a new phase of your life, Aries. So not every single one of you is leaving behind a relationship, but for those of you that are and are worried, perhaps because you're starting fresh, there's nothing to be worried about here. Right? But also if you are in a relationship, it could also be that you are facing off against yourself. Remember that. And here is just this, like, again, a new feeling. Let's see what the 38, 11, right? 20. These are like divine numbers. There's this feeling of you. Some of you, I even feel like you're starting a complete, like, you know, these little there's foxes here, which are sneaky animals. You're moving away from a sneaky, like, partnership, relationship, whatever, and moving into something bountiful. There's a feeling of you starting your own business, starting, being very creative, being very, like starting a new journey. There's like here, feels there could be travel in the cards, you know, like it's a different place or moving into a forest. There's just so much here happening in the cards, and it's so like this is a Scorpio energy, which is water, but here the fire is all you, Aries, right? You're a fire sign. So I just feel like this new chapter that's starting in your life, and however it takes in your life, it's like boom to me. But the fact that the unexpected shows up, it's like you won't even be there's something that might happen to you that you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect to be with this person, or I didn't expect to meet this person, to network with this person. I didn't expect to move this quickly. I didn't expect to jump into the train this quickly. You know, that's that feeling. It's like, I almost, like, I keep saying this in a lot of my readings, is like, we need to stop planning ahead and just be. So the unexpected is embracing that unknown, right? It's like things are all setting up around you, Aries, and you're going to be like surprised even more. Like you already have managed to either leave behind something or someone, or come to terms or become aware of who you are inside, and you know you're like up leveling, like you're stepping into a next level, a higher version of yourself, and there's still like some amazing surprises around the corner. And amazing they are because the sun is underneath it, and it's like, yes, growth, fulfillment, reward. It's like you are, whether you're starting a new business, you're going to open up a new clientele. Whether you're traveling, you're going to meet new people. It's like this expansiveness, this sun. This is a Leo energy. Scorpio, Leo. We have Aries, Taurus. So these are like watery, emotional, but the way I see the card, it feels very fiery. And here, this is like Leo. This is your brother, the fire signs. It's like time to shine. It's time that you shine, Aries, instead of letting other people shine around you. There's just this feeling like maybe some of you are going to be meeting meeting new people in a social setting, Leo energy. Like we have 19. 1 + 9 is 10. One new beginning, new chapter. You're going to meet someone new, like unexpected. You're going to, it could just be a new experience that you would never have expected to be partaking in. And then all this kind of, I like it, is going to cause this like, what? Big change in your life, which feels like a bit of a tower moment. This feels like chaotic with the thunder and the lightning, but it's almost like you needed this. So change is coming towards you that's going to like surprise you, but it's also going to take you for a loop. Like you're going to be like, what? It's going to completely unground you. It's going to like take you, uproot you. That's what I feel is happening. And you're going to be like so rooted, like you're going to be ready for this because you've gone through so much in your life, like tragedy, loss, trauma, like having to deal with these kinds of energies around you that have been bringing you down, or just like, or your own like self-worth has been, you've been battling with it. And all of a sudden, like things are starting to wake up and work around you, and you're like doubtful, and you're like not sure if you should believe it because your whole life you haven't, right? And then things are like unexpected things are coming, and you're going to be like, whoa, right? And then it's going to cause upheaval with people around you. People are going to be like, what? You're starting this new relationship, you're leaving, you're traveling, you're doing this, you're like, you're gonna like go here, you're going to sell your house, you're gonna buy this house, you know, something very like, people are gonna speak, are gonna talk. But with the root chakra showing up here, it like with the change, it's gonna like create a it's going to shake up your stability. It's going to shake up the finances. It's going to shake you up, like, it's going to uproot you. But I'm not worried about you, Aries, because you are a grounded energy. Even though you're a fire energy and you're full of, like, steam, like power and passion, Aries is the first sign of the fucking zodiac, and you have it. You're leaders. You are not to be reckoned with. And this is a freaking amazing reading. I have to say, wow. You are kind of stepping back into your own, and it's not going to come with, like, you're not going in gently, is what I'm saying. You're starting a new chapter with a roar, right, of your fellow lion, or you're coming in with your ram horns. You're like, but not without causing a stir amongst the peoples around you, or the situations, or whatever. Like some of you might even quit your job. Some of you like are doing something very outside of your norm. You know, Aries is very level-headed compared to the Leo and Sagittarius, the other fire signs. You're more like practical. You think things through, but this one is like, no, you're doing something out of your norm, and people are going to be like, what? But you are ready for it. So go for it. Be persistent. Stay true to your heart. Stay true to yourself. This is amazing. So we got a, wow, your spirit message is listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone or yourself. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener, To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. I like this actually more for you. I want to turn this around and say, listen to yourself. Listen to what your heart is telling you. I think it's enough that you listen to others, right? But some of you might be, this message is for you, like to listen to other people, what they have to say to you when this big change happens. Don't like be arrogant and say, well, this is my decision, this is what I'm doing. Listen to what they have to say. Doesn't mean that you have to go with what they have to say. Listen. But stand in your ground. Stand with the 2 feet in the earth and follow your light. You got this, Aries. This is amazing reading. I mean, if this is the start of September for you, whoa. You're in for like a ride, which is great, a great ride. But trust the process, trust the plan. Know that things are not always what they seem to be. And also, if things are not working out for you in a certain area of your life and you keep being adamant about it, you're just telling the universe that you don't trust it. You don't trust God, you don't trust Creator, you don't trust Source. And they're going to elongate this journey for you. Instead of saying, okay, it's not working, next. I trust what's going to come next for me. All right, my beautiful Aries, this was a beautiful reading. Be open to whatever's coming your way, because something great is coming your way. Of course, it's not going to be a smooth ride, but it's a turbulent necessity. Right? I love you, Aries, and I will see you next week. Also, check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate. And that's it. Have a happy September and happy Labor Day. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. The Wheel of Fortune is this culminative. It's like the 10 in a 21 card journey of the tarot of the Fool. Oh my God! I'm telling you, I don't know if you didn't listen to the intro. I'm losing my words, but it's all good. I'm gonna get this through. I'm gonna get through this. Right? So this is like. You come to a point in your life, or halfway through your life, or halfway through your journey, or at the culmination of it, and you're like, okay, is this where I'm supposed to be? And it's not even asking that question. It's just knowing in your heart that that's where you're supposed to be. You are in your, this is the fate that you're in. And in Instagram, I talked about like how there's all these versions of you collapsing into this new version of you, and that's what's really happening out there. That's what's been happening in June, July, August. We've been kind of collapsing into ourselves. In September, we're going to start integrating these identities within ourselves. And it's like we've been going, last week we had a little like hiccup, Taurus, where we had to go like release some energies from us to get to this place. So maybe some of you are already feeling it. You're feeling that you have a clear understanding of your path, your mission. I mean, the mission, like I've said this, like we have I think it's a universal mission, is to raise the consciousness of humanity. And here it's just this is the personal journey that you're on, that you're having to collapse all these past lives, these past identities, these simultaneous lives that we've been living into this one life, bringing in integration, full integration of the higher self, the oversoul, everything within us, and integrating into this physical vessel and living this lifetime, this last lifetime that we're on, with all of us in one. Right? So let's see, all of us crazy in one. I'm going to give you a spirit message at the end, and like last week, I'm doing oracle and tarot. So we got balance, waning gibbous, 19. I like that. That's like the sun card. 19 is 1, a new beginning. I love it. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. Balance, and we have action. Interesting. And then we have divine masculine, which is action. So a lot of action is going to be done here in this week. We have, except for this, this is so interesting. Hangman, observe. Magician, that's action. And the Temperance card, which is balance. Two balances showing up, 1 and 1. It's very interesting here. We have action in the middle. I kind of like this actually. So it's almost like the beginning, at the beginning of the week or in the past, or however you want to see this. It's like us as like Taurus, finding that balance with our physical, our emotional, our spiritual, our mental, finding that balance of all these identities coming in, this collapse of energies, and also finding the balance with our work, our love, our play, our relationships. It's like last week we had to go through like a bit of purge, and this week we're finding that balance between everyone in our lives and bringing it all together. Perhaps some of you are with this card though, this cloud on top of your head, almost feels like some of you still feel a bit foggy, feel unclear, and all these moon energies hanging around her. Like moon energies, as we know, are very emotional. So, and she's holding that full moon in her hand. So I still feel like there's some release that has to be done here for you, Taurus, and regardless of what area of your life it is. And you're just having to like take a step back and look at the situation. Maybe there's a relationship or a situation in your life, an area in your life where you couldn't release it last week. You know, you're still stuck. You're still like assessing it. You're still trying to figure out what is this, why is it weighing heavily on me? Why am I still in it? Why can't I release myself from this person, this job, this friend, this home? You know, where's my attachment? And why is it so strong? And that's what this energy is talking about. You know, as we walk into our destiny, we're having to like release these attachments that we have with things, people, places. And then these cards show up with like action and manifest. We have the power to, the only way that you release yourself from this, or you detach yourself from your own ego, your own control, your own, it doesn't always have to be with someone else. It could even be within you. It could be something that's like you're holding on to, an old belief system, opinions, you know, like old ways of thinking, patterns. And these cards are showing up and saying, okay, it's time. It's time to do. It's time to jump in and like make the change. You have the power. With all these versions of you coming in, you have the power to make these changes. You have the power to stand in that truth of yours and take control back. You have it all in you to create this new reality for you, to create this new journey. Yet you like feel some of you are in the balance, kind of. You're like, I'm not sure, and I think I prefer to be the observer. You know, when someone says be the observer, yeah, instead of actually making the steps, like taking the steps to do, to say, you know, to feel, to end, to begin, to open, to close. Like there's this feeling here that you're like they're almost asking you to step into your divine masculine. It could also be you're having like an issue with your divine masculine part, and if you're a man watching this, then it could be your higher self, right? Could be your partner as well, but it could be a female energy, but with a divine masculine energy as well. There's just this feeling here. It's time to fly. It's time to dance. It's time to move. I feel like some of you are a little bit stagnant again. And yet you have all this energy and this high vibration, high frequency inside you. And it's all there ready to be created by you. You have it. Like go, like I think it's almost like be spontaneous. Just go and do what you always wanted to do. Stop following everyone else's like plans. Stop following everyone else's like dreams and visions and goals. It's like just do you, but act. Stop observing. Stop sitting back and saying, oh, okay, I'm gonna just watch everybody live their life. I'm gonna like sit in my like unbalance. I'm gonna sit in my cocoon, and I'm gonna just like watch. And here it's just, you want a different life, you want a more passion, then do it. Just do. And it's like the divine masculine energy is coming very strong in this latter part of the year, and it's like it's an energy of stop nurturing other people, start working on you. Start like standing in that power of yours and speaking up and doing. It's just a do thing. It's not like a talk about. It's like less talking, more doing. That's the energy showing up. And this like the Temperance card, the Sagittarius card is like finding the balance, but the healing energies within you. It's also stepping into your mastery. But it's interesting that there is a man and a woman in this card, and there's a heart. So it's almost like this, like it speaks of relationship, or it could be of you and your higher self merging, and you finding that balance within you. Now that all your versions are coming together, and you standing in that divine masculine energy. Now it's like it's the divine feminine has risen, and now the divine masculine needs to rise, and that's the, now we need to move. Now we need to stop like integrating the light. Now we gotta like activate it and move on it. Like start create communities, create new projects, build new relationships, you know, lead the way. Yeah, I like here what I'm seeing is like a lot of the Taurus here are or this week the Taurus is has taken the easy way out and said, you know what, I'm not going to really deal with my problem right now. I'm just going to look at it and I'm just going to observe it. Or, you know what, I'm feeling really down and I'm going to stay inside. I'm going to I'm not going to go out, and I'm not going to socialize with everyone. I'm going to cocoon. That's what it feels like. And yeah, I know what that feels like. Except the cards are saying, no, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to really step outside of that relationship, really move into that new one, really like build that project that you've always wanted to do, really create that business that you always wanted to do, really step it up in your job or step out of it. Like there's so many scenarios here, but it's a Mars kind of feeling. Like you're a warrior. Let's conquer. Let's like, this is your destiny. You're not here to play a audience role. You're not here to watch the movie play out. You're not even here to play in the movie. You're here to lead the movie. You're here to be the director of the movie. So what is it that you want to do, Taurus? And it's time to do it. No sitting around and observing anymore. It's time to move into your role. And that could be for any area that I'm talking about, but it also could be you. We're needing you to step into that role. Like, whether it's a divine feminine role or a divine masculine role, but it's ready to move into the next, the other, because you know that we are basically, because if you're a feminine body, then your higher self is a divine masculine, and that's what's merging inside you. That's what's merging here. So if you're male, then it's a female. It's a divine feminine energy moving in. So we're being guided that this is it. We're merging. But before we merge into this new world, we need to have said goodbye to all the old stories. Like, completely. Because then we cannot move into the new energy. Because then we're stuck in that observer mode. We're like, okay, I'm just gonna observe. I'm really afraid to make that move. I don't want to like I want to keep my routine. I want to keep doing the same thing every weekend. I want to keep doing the same thing every week, every Monday. This is what I do. Like, that's that feeling here. It's like, or I'm going to stay in this because it's comfortable, even though it's really not comfortable. I'm going to, I'm going to stay in the job because I've been there for 20 years, but I really don't like it. It doesn't stir up anything inside me. Or I'm afraid to take on this new project, but anyways, I can go on and on and on. I'm just feeling that this masculine energy, all of these energies, like Magician is Gemini, a Virgo energy. This is a Pisces energy. It's very feminine, and a Temperance is Sagittarius, very fire energy here, showing up at the end underneath this masculine. So I just feel like this is it, Taurus. It's like, come on, make the move. Just do. Stop talking, stop thinking, stop feeling, and do. That's what it is. And it's like you are coming into your own. So let's do it like so that everything around you is in order, kind of thing, right? So that your relationships, your work, your travel, you're not in routine mode. You're open and free. So whatever comes to you is fine. Like, you're ready to jump. Or you're just not even to jump, you're just ready to be. Right? Because every moment is a new moment. Yeah, so this week there's a lot of work being done for you. You're like, even maybe some of you are going on vacation, doesn't matter. There's still like, the energies are working. Right? Always working. There's just, the only way that the doing, I'm not saying that when you should be doing by physically doing, is just like be ready for action. But embracing the unknown doesn't mean just sitting on your ass and waiting for something to happen. It's just going out there and going visiting, going socializing, doing things, right? Always with no expectation. I just feel like something, or if you're single, there might be a man coming in or a woman coming in that's maybe a soulmate or a twin flame coming in that's going to complete you. That's what I see here. If you're with a partner, maybe there's going to be a solidification of that. It's going to feel very it's like a molding together of it. It just feels like you're going into something affirmative, but it's because you are acting on it. You've taken the initiative to release from an old and move into this new, but being open to whatever is coming your way. So your spirit message is just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, friends, guides, angels, and spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. This is a beautiful message to any of you that have lost loved ones, or just they're here and they're giving you this message. Or if you don't, then you have guides, spirits, everybody, source. It's all within you. It's all without. They're all you anyways. Right? All right, my beautiful Taurus. So what was the message of the day? Do. Do. You have the power inside you. It's time to stop thinking and talking. And you got it. All right, I love you. So if this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon, and have a beautiful month of September. I'll see you next week. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got intuition, which is the high priestess. So high priestess speaks of listening into intuition. The high priestess is like this card. She sits on her throne. She's very comfortable in her knowing. She doesn't need to seek outside of herself to know the answer, to figure out what her next step is. And here we have, I'm still trying to figure out what this is, but anyways, it's coin. But we have her with a door, with the light shining behind her. And it's like she is her vessel. She's full of knowing. She's full of light. She gets it. So I feel like some of you are doubting your intuition. You're hesitating on making a final decision, perhaps in a relationship, perhaps in a job, perhaps in a next move, a travel, or something that you're wanting to do. Maybe you're wanting to buy a home or sell a home, and you're like, well, no, you're kind of comfortable, and it's like almost like, no, open that door. Open that door and go in and listen to inside of you, because you know what to do. So I have a spirit message card for you at the end, and we're going to look into what's going on. We have patience. Are we impatient, Gemini? I mean, oops. Power, full moon, power, nice. And boundaries, very interesting. Crown chakra, just top of your head. Tower card, rebuild. Ooh, and the third eye chakra. Okay, interesting with this high priestess. This shows up. It's like almost you're not really, you're needing to like listen in carefully. When I look at this and I see patience, patience to me always speaks of, for some reason it speaks to me of the Temperance card, the Sagittarius card. But it's finding, maybe some of you are trying to figure out something really quickly. Or maybe, like, I can talk about that after, but I feel like some of you are in a go mood, like I need to figure this out, like putting a lot of pressure on yourself to come up with a decision or like a choice that you need to make. And it's like, just, the high priestess does not like rush into things. She takes her time. She just knows, though. She goes right inside and she says yes, no, like that. You, unfortunately, I'm feeling you're not really trusting your intuition, and they're like, just be patient and start to quiet the mind. Get out of your heads. go into your heart, get out, like start to what is it that you need to quiet your mind? Is it watching a movie? Is it like sitting outside in nature? Is it like beach, going to the beach, or whatever it is, doing a sand thing on the thing, you know, like doing, listening to music. Do that. If you're trying to come up with a decision in your life, then take a step back and really don't put any pressure on yourself. That's what I'm feeling. And take that pressure off of this. And the more you empty your mind, the more clear it is that you have the connection to source, right? This is very interesting energy, because right in the middle we have power and the Tower card. Now this deck is like is a nicer way of looking at things, but it's the Tower, which is chaos and confusion, and here it's like you can still see there is some like tension here. It's the rebuild card, and power, she looks like she's going to take over the world, right? Our beautiful witch over here. So there is a feeling of oh, okay. The decision, I mean, obviously not every single Gemini has to make a decision, but we all have decisions to make in our lives. So this decision that you have to make, or this choice that you're choosing, the path that you're choosing, the journey you're choosing, requires a lot of your intuitive power, requires a lot of your heart-centeredness. It's going to require a lot of your light. And what's going to happen is that it will, when you step into this power of yours, when you start to really listen in and go with your heart, your decision is going to shake things up. It's a little bit like Aries, interesting. It's going to shake things up all around you. It's going to cause people in your life to try to win you back, try to give you a raise, or try to change your mind. You're going to like be confronted with that, but you need to stick with your intuition, really, and work on rebuilding something, building anew, not building an old story, not living in an old way, an old pattern, an old behavior, an old way of doing things. It's never ever gonna work. So I feel like, oh look, there's two 16s. 16 and 16. 32 is change. Like, wow. And I almost feel like this little upheaval, this change that's going to happen because of your choice, your path, your journey, your decision, whatever, is going to piss off some people in your life, which is going to require you to put some boundaries up. It's going to require you to step away from situation, from people. I feel like you're in a process of a transition in your life. This card is coming up to give you advice to say, stick to your guns, Gemini. Whatever it is you're choosing in your life at this moment in time, whether it's now or in a few weeks from now or whatever it is, stick to it. Put in all the power that you have in it. Do not give your power away by opening up those boundaries. You have to keep those boundaries close and shut, because you cannot, I keep getting this message in my head. It's like you you're saying goodbye to someone and they keep coming back with promises, empty promises, or and it's always the same story, right? Old story doesn't work in a new beginning. And here it's like you are, if you're wanting, if the old story crumbles down and you want to rebuild, it's not about rebuilding, it's about building new. That old story, that old job, that old relationship, that old promise, that old whatever cannot not work in the new. So it has to like completely dissolve, and you have to be like conscious of it and really like tap into your heart more than your third eye. Tap into what your soul is saying to you. Remember, your soul doesn't see anything around you. Close your eyes and listen in to what the soul is saying to you, because the soul is what speaks to the high priestess. You're in wow, it's Gemini. I love it. Actually, it feels very powerful to me. It feels like you're entering, like, look at all these cards, they're all like these circles. You're entering into like a portal, a new path of your life, but it needs to be done not in a rush, not spontaneous or impulsively. Do it by getting quiet in the mind and just listening in. It's time to change. It's time to change direction, Gemini. If you have to put up those boundaries and to protect yourself, then go ahead and do that. But you know what's next, what's coming for you. You know, because you know. I love this reading for you. I hope this helped some of you guys, because there's a feeling here of past that's creeping up again, and it's like, this is like a piece of advice for you. It's like, come on, you got this. Continue building what you want to be built, not what someone else wants. Your path is wide open. It's up to you to decide to take that path. So this message, the message for this week is a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So this could be a grandmother, a sister, a daughter, a mother, could be a dad, could be whoever you want it to be, because for me this is all energy. So this is a lost loved one coming out and showing that they're here for you. They're standing right next to you, they're floating around right next to you, or whatever it is. We know when they die, it's just a physical vessel that dies, and the energy is here. So always talk to them, always ask them for advice. I do that. Gemini, start listening, not to the minds. I know that you're a mind sign, but stop listening to this. It's time, because this is the old story. The old story will keep coming back in your thoughts, everything. It keeps like, oh, but this is what you did, and this is how you did it, and this is your vision, this is what you wanted to do in 5 years. Who cares? Because we're living in the now. Heart. The soul knows how you are supposed to be. Right? The soul knows. Listen to the soul. I love you, Gemini. I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. And this is a beautiful message. It's all about going within. All right. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got authority, which is the Emperor card. So the Emperor card is an Aries energy, but the Emperor card always speaks of control, manipulation, like that kind of energy. If you can just imagine an emperor, what does he do? He controls his people, right? Regulates things. But it's also Could be a masculine energy in your life. Could be a father, a grandfather, a sibling. It always feels like someone older than you. Could also be a partner. But it also feels like maybe some of you needing to take control in your life, needing to set up a structure in your life. Like maybe you need to set up a plan in your life. I'm not a big fan of the plan because we're needing to just do and be. But I mean, this is your reading, so it's not mine. There's this feeling of maybe there's like someone of authority trying to manipulate you, trying to control you. So let's just see what is going on really in your cards. We have darkness, the long night moon. That rabbit there, you see. We have pleasure. Assessing. The Six of Swords, healing begins. Underneath the darkness. It's kind of beautiful. Control, which is the 8 card, is strength. Okay, very interesting. Control shows up. And we have death, the release. And we have a message from Spirit for you after. So when this shows up, we have control and release and pleasure and darkness. So I feel like some of you are trying to let something, you're trying to walk away from something with this darkness card here. Something that's been making you feel really heavy emotionally. Perhaps it's like a relationship or partnership or like a parent, sibling, or friendship. I just feel like there's some sort of heaviness here. This rabbit, you know, rabbits are fast. He's just sitting at the beginning of the journey here. He's assessing almost like, what do I do now? Do I sit in this darkness, or do I like move through it? But the fact that he's sitting in it means that that's when you're a bit of at a standstill when it comes to a relationship or a decision that needs to be made, like moving away from something that's like a job that you're in, or a home that you're in, or something that's like has been keeping you a bit down in the dumps, Cancer. You've been feeling a bit like stuck, and so you're like, let's get 6 of Swords is usually you get on that boat and you move away from something, and now healing will start to begin for you. It's been a long night moon. It feels like it's been a while that you've been in this, like this. There's been something nagging at you, and it could be like a partner in your life, or it could be like a male authority, or even just an authoritative figure in your life that's been like holding something on you, that's been putting some pressure on you, and you're like, no man, I need to just start fresh. And it's almost like pleasure, control. It's like, have you, like, are you really enjoying your life? Or are you giving away, are you allowing someone to control your pleasure? Like a, how do I say this? It's like, has like pleasure taken a back seat in your life? And I know some Cancers out there are actually enjoying their lives. Like, I know them, but there's a feeling of why are you doing, are you taking pleasure in every part of your life, or is it just in certain areas of your life that you're enjoying? Like, are you not, it's like, I almost feel like, are you controlling the areas of your life and that's the only area of your life you can have pleasure in. The other one, it's work. I need to do this, I need to do that, and I cannot enjoy every area of my life, kind of thing. That's what the feeling with the control here. Like the eyes are on you. Are you you're trying to enjoy life to the fullest, but you still feel like people are judging you. You still feel people like analyzing you. You feel people around you like watching your every move, and you're not able to completely fully enjoy yourself. There's jealousy maybe around you, envy. There's people that are always unconsciously or consciously bringing you down. It's very interesting, this energy here. That, I mean, I'm relating it to this Emperor card with the control showing up here, and it's like almost some of you are re-examining your life, re-examining everything around you. I think you had something like this last week too, and it's time for change. It's time to do things that you want to do, Cancer, because you want to do it, and who cares what everybody else is thinking around you. Maybe some people are like, don't like you having so much fun. They don't like you enjoying your life to the fullest. They don't like you living your best life. They don't like that you are choosing this life. They don't like that you're choosing this path, doing it this way, kind of thing. That's what I feel here with this Emperor. That's what's showing up here. It's like there's others around you that are older than you, or wiser than you, or authoritative, that have have no problem saying how they feel about your choices in your life. And it's like it's not their issues, right? And it's your life, kind of thing. That's that feeling here. Yep, that's what's going on here. I feel like you've been ignoring them for the better part of it, but still you're still absorbing their judgments, their critiques, and their assessments, and their everything about you. And it's like, you let go of that control, let go of it, and just release yourself, because this is your life. You are at top of the hot air balloon. You get to choose your journey. No one else around you gets to choose the journey that you're on. It's time to heal these relationships, heal the wounds within you, the traumas within you, because the judgment within you, the self-worth that's within you, that's allowing others to direct your life, or allowing others to give their 2 cents of how you should live your life. Instead, freaking enjoy it to the fullest. Continue living your best life. Even under the guise of others, even in the eyes of others. It's like, it's not their life, it's yours. Time to step on that hot air balloon and start to do what you want to do. Continue doing what you want to do. Continue that pattern. If you want to change completely your career path, if you want to change completely where you live, if you want to change something in your life, then do it. It's your journey and not their journey. Like, you stand up and be that Emperor. You take authority and make those changes. Do you want, like, I almost feel like maybe even you want to you want more responsibility at work, then make that, confront that person, say, I want this. This is like, it's stop waiting around for things to happen to you, and go and get them, Cancer. That's what I'm seeing here, regardless of the eyes all around you. These are Leo, Scorpio. The 6 of Swords is Aquarius. But regardless of these signs, there's the feeling of you stepping into your own. And I think you've always lived with this authoritative people around you who seem to like shroud your greatness. They like keep you a bit down, but now it's time to be up. Like, up again, Cancer. Just do you. Make the change that you need to do. It's enough. And it's all about living your best life, right? That's what it's all. So your message from the spirit is stay connected. We are all born connected to spirit, often known as a divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. Connect to the source means connecting to your heart, connect within, love yourself completely. I love this, like the pleasure has this butterflies, time to be free. Like she's like free of judgment, free of all of this like following the norm, following what you need to be. It's time to be the rabbit, but could like move in your life. This is a beautiful energy for you, Cancer. It just feels freeing to me. It feels like for some of you feel stuck in the status quo, almost like some of you are completely living your best life and still being judged by it, right? Some of you are not living your best life and it's still being judged by it. It's like there's a lot of judgment I feel around you. So just step out of that. Be the emperor instead of being controlled by the emperor. All right, my beautiful Cancer, this is what I have for you this week. I love you, and if this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon as usual, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got Truth, which is the Judgment card, which is a 20, which is at the end of the Fool's, almost the second to last card at the end of the Fool's journey, before he hits the World card to start fresh again. He's at the last leg of his journey, right before starting fresh, and he's like, they're like, what are you gonna do? We're gonna leave the past behind us now. What are we gonna do? We're gonna stop judging ourselves. We're gonna stop judging other people. We're gonna just move into, slowly move, like, or quickly, or move into this new chapter free of all discomfort in our bodies, right? There's like, she's facing away from us because she's releasing all the stories that don't work anymore for her, and she's looking into this portal, this unknown, the galaxy, and she has like a wand here. She's holding a wand, and I kind of like, and she's almost like on a balance, right? Like a scale. It's interesting, that actually. And yet she's balanced, right? It's almost like you're at a precipice in your life, Leo, where you've reached, you've come to a conclusion of a situation in your life. You've come to a truth in your life. Like some of you are holding on to a dream or a vision or a purpose, and it's not coming, it's not revealing itself to you, and it's time to let it go. If it hasn't been fruitious up to now, then it's not going to be, right? So let that go and move into something new. But how do we move into something? It's just trusting the process, just trusting, like she's just standing on this scale. Just trust it. Trust that it's not going to fall to the ground. Trust that it's not. So some of you have some work to do in releasing. It's not fun anyway. So we have a spirit message for you at the end. And here we have beauty, realization, beautiful keyhole, blossoming, which is kind of like a judgment card, the justice card, just a Libra energy, detach from beauty. Interesting. Four of Cups, opportunity beckons, and the Three of Swords, sadness and isolation. Okay, under the blue blossoming. Interesting. All right, when I saw beauty, it almost speaks to me like some of you could be in the beauty industry, could be in hair, makeup, fashion, or you could like be a coach, like for self-worth, whatever it is, jewelry making, you know, whatever. It can go on and on and on. But also, it feels to me like some of you maybe live with a story, an old story of yourself, of that you're overweight, or that you're ugly, which nobody's ugly, by the way, or that you're not as beautiful as the model, and you're not as rich as this, or you're not as, you know, very physical defaming on your part. Not everybody, obviously, so there's different variations I'm getting for this beauty here, but I feel like that is because I saw the detach show up here. And for me, like, it's detaching from your, like, stepping into your awakening. Stop judging yourself, the judgment card. Stop judging your physical vessel, your physical beauty, because you are light. That's first and foremost, and because you chose this body to be with you for this last lifetime. Detach from this hatred, this low self-esteem, self-worth that you have of yourself, and move into like this blossoming soul that you are. But if we take it in practical terms, I feel like some of you perhaps have used your looks to get far in life, and now maybe they are now you're getting older, right? Whatever that means. And well, we're getting older, right? So you're seeing things, you're seeing the wrinkles, and now you're doing all the surgeries and all the things in your face and whatever, and it's just, it's now this is so specific, because beauty, I feel, to me, is such a specific card. It just feels like you need to detach from this ideology that we have of our physical appearance, and realize that whether you have like extra love handles, or your extra flab under your arms, or whatever, or pimples on your face, or whatever, doesn't matter, because you are a powerful being of light inside. And you have to come to terms with that kind of thing. And so some of you don't even believe in this powerful light of being, and you see the beauty. It's also being like loving yourself, completely loving yourself, looking in the mirror and loving every inch of your body, and detaching from this ego, and detaching from these pressures that society puts on everyone, that you have to be this, you have to be that. Like, I keep looking at all these Instagram things that are coming through, and it's like all these like Spanx ads, like hide your bellies, you know, hide. It's like, don't be you, basically, right? Look at all these makeup, like massive makeup. What are we doing hiding behind the makeup? You're beautiful, like, or anything. I just feel like a lot of us, even no matter what community you're in, there's still this feeling of hiding in a mask. And we're like here, they're like, step outside of this old story, step outside of this judgment that you have with yourself. It's time to create new. It's like a new way of looking at your beauty. It's a new way of looking at your physicality. Like, it's the same way I've said this to some other sign maybe a few weeks ago. It's like, I think I've written a post on Instagram about it. How do you speak to Mother Nature? Do you ever say, oh, you're ugly, Mother Nature? No, you say, oh, it's interesting, it's different, it's a different way of looking at things, right? But you turn around and you say the same, you say all that shit to yourself, right? But you are Mother Nature, right? Your body is like the planet. So that's that feeling I'm having. You're needing to detach from that. You're needing to find that balance with yourself, of how you can love yourself completely, and how that, because that translates into your daily transactions, your daily relationships, your interactions. That's the word I was looking for. It also could be people in the beauty industry. Maybe you're finding a way to bring in more natural products, bring in more organic products, bring in a way of stepping away from this chemical and toxicity that are found in that. That could be like maybe one or two of you or whatever it is, but there is a feeling of you finding like new innovative ways to sell these beauty products or this your beauty business. Wow, very interesting here. I know that's very like targeted, but realization, opportunity beckons, blossoming, sadness. Okay, so realization and opportunity beckons. Realization could be like the realization, like you're looking through the keyhole, you know, and sometimes we look through the keyhole, which is not the full picture, but we're just looking through the keyhole and say, oh, their lives are better than ours. She's more beautiful than me. He's more handsome than me. They have this, they have more than me. They, instead of actually looking at what you have, look into the keyhole of your life and say, wow, look where I am. You know what? I'm not perfect, but I'm beautiful. You know what? I snore at night, but so what, kind of thing. Like, look at your imperfections. That, you know, any imperfections that we think we are in this inverted matrix is probably a perfection. So there's nothing perfect. We are actually perfect, pure souls, but we have lost that because we have lived in this matrix world. So now we're looking through these keyholes and looking at everyone else and comparing ourselves to everybody else, but you're just as beautiful. And it's making that realization that I am worthy, I am deserving, I am loving, and I have the magic wand inside me to create this new reality within me. I have to stop judging myself, stop judging others around me, realizing that whatever they are doing, however they want to live their life, they can do it themselves, but that's their life and that's their journey, and this is my journey. We each have our unique journeys. Time to detach yourself from the ego, detach yourself from their journeys. So some of you, I feel like this is very personal. And in changing your mindset, you'll see how new opportunities will start opening up for you. As far as jobs go, maybe like if you're in the beauty industry, it's going to change the way you look at things. Stop looking at your competition and in a envious way. Instead of looking at your competition, say, okay, I'll learn from the competition. Maybe they'll come and do a collaboration with you. There's this feeling of you I almost feel like it's within you though. Like it's like if you change the way you love yourself, things will start to come your way. If you live in like, oh, I'm not as good as my neighbor, I'm not, look at how they treated me, I'm not, like, oh, poor me, victimization, or I can't do this, I can't, what's the can't, man? Or I try to do this, but it's not working out. Okay, if, like I said before, I don't know if I said it here or I said it in Cancer, but if it's not working out, it's not supposed to happen. So let's move on. You have that magic wand, let's move into a new thing. It's like you're blossoming into something new. You're blossoming into a new version of you. And that blossom is acceptance of who you are, acceptance of your skills, your abilities, your talents, your strengths, your weaknesses, your beauty, your physicality, your emotions, your mental. It's all of you. You're blossoming into you. And the Three of Swords shows up, which is like the saddest card in the deck, but I like it. It's almost like you have to in order to blossom, you have to release these old belief systems in your mind, these old opinions and assumptions that you have about yourself, these old behaviors, these old ways of doing things, of seeing others, of how you, of comparing. Stop comparing. Every single one of us is unique. We have a unique fingerprint, but we have a unique journey. We're all on this journey differently. So you have an idea for a beauty business, then go for it and do it. But you're not the only one, because everybody probably has. There's like a whole bunch of different. But do it anyways, because you have a unique way of marketing it. You have a unique way of showing it to the world, of selling it. You have a unique look to yourself. You have a unique body shape. Embrace it. Love yourself. You have you know what I'm saying? We're all unique in our own ways. It's like this realization of like, I feel like a lot of you are comparing yourselves to others, how they live their life, or why don't they like me, why aren't they friends with me, why is this happening to me? You're like holding on to an old story again. You know, like they used to like me, they used to like socialize with me, but then now they don't, because they like the old you. But you're not the old you anymore. It's over. You're moving into a new you. So that's not on you, it's not on them, it's just what it is, right? So it's like you're blossoming into this and you're saying goodbye to this. And it's really heart-wrenching, actually. That's what the Three of Swords is here. It's heart-wrenching to see this all like play out in front of you. I hope this was cohesive enough, because I feel like there's a lot of energies here, a lot of different topics at play, but I'm feeling that everybody got what they needed to get from this, I hope. If not, then just check your rising and your moon. There's moments where that happens in readings. It feels very disconnected, but then it connects anyways, because it might connect to a viewer out there. That means, okay, it makes sense to me. There is I really feel like you're shedding your old and moving into a new. It's a really beautiful energy, actually, Leo. And your message is intuitive nudges. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. So keep listening into your intuition. Keep listening. I've always said, like, listen into your heart at every single moment of the day, even though when you step into comparison to other people, you step into awareness and say, why am I comparing myself to them? I am on my own unique journey. This is how I look like. This is how I feel like. This is me. I am beautiful. I am worthy. Just remember, when you say your I ams, to make sure that you actually believe that you are. And if you don't believe that you are, then don't do it, because it's a spelling, right? So like, they're gonna be like, are you really feeling that you're beautiful? Right? So beware of that. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but some of you out there are actually like in the beauty business, and this Justice card coming up here feels to me like you just have to, maybe some of you are doing establishing, like buying patents or creating copyright or doing something for a product, and do it. Things will work well for you. Things are happening for you, but you do it in your own way, kind of thing. Like do the marketing in your own way, kind of thing. You're going to get collaboration. This is like very, like, I know, separate, but I really feel like that's happening here. And a lot of it is self-worth as well, and stop comparing yourself to other people, because you're beautiful and you're unique. I love you, Leo. Again, check your rising and your moon. I will see you next week, and have an amazing September. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. Happy birthday to any Virgos. I didn't wish you happy birthday on Instagram, but happy birthday to any Virgos. My words are insane in the membrane right now. So just be patient with me because I'm jumbling my words. So happy birthday, Virgo. So we have balance, which is Justice card. Justice card is Libra energy, if that's pertinent in your life. For me, I like this card. This as a Justice has this big circle around, these massive wings on him, and he has all of the signs, like the suits, the swords, the pentacles, the cups, and the wands energy. So it's like finding that balance, that within you, or finding that with everyone else around you. So some of you are in relationships, finding balance with that, with your family, with your friends, finding balance with work, with play, you know, like I just feel like there's this coming together. Like legal issues are here at play. Maybe that's working for you too as well. I feel like you're at a place in your life where you're feeling like balanced to make decisions, like make some drastic decisions in your life. So, oops, sorry about that. That was Leo. So let's see. I have a spiritual message for you after. Let's see what's going on. Oh. We have hot moon extremes with our little sexy back here. Growth. I mean, this could be. Where's my mind? Okay, and then we have nourishment. Okay. We have the star card, heal. Sacral chakra, which is all about sex here, people in the house. Okay. And we have Four of Wands, joy and stability, which is about marriage. So first sex and then marriage for you guys. So I don't know what's going on with you boys and girls, but we have some healing going on. But I'm going to read this extremes with this sexy back here to see what's going on with that. Learn how to handle crises with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. The hot moon challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at the extremes. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold, and that even these extremes in time will pass. Okay. But I just want to show you this. This is what I was seeing. So if you look at these three things together, like extreme with the sexy back, with growth, like it's very phallic, and sacral chakra. So some of you guys are having like a healthy sex life, and kudos to you. But in other ways, we're having, perhaps you're experiencing extreme emotions, or because maybe some of you are dipping into something completely different and foreign to what you usually do in your life. Like maybe some of you are not being as analytical as you used to be, and you're actually embracing a wands energy, like a fire energy. You're just jumping in and plunging and doing something completely whack. That's what I feel. But it's almost with this extreme and this healing, it's almost the best medicine for you right now. You're actually healing your soul by doing something completely off your normal, Virgo. So it's almost like jump into that relationship. Jump into, you want a fiery one night stand, then go for it. It's not like your usual, right? It's like do something that's off of the normal, the routine, which is you. It's almost like the sacral chakra is sexual, but it's also creativity and passion, doing something with oomph, like going for it. I mean, this is, I don't know, some of you might be having more sexual intercourses, and it looks really good to me. It looks like everything's working real well. Or it could also be that there's heightened creativity, heightened like expression, creative expression for you. Maybe some of you are artists. You're like coming from a place of sensuality when it comes to your art, when it comes to your job, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a creative job either. It could just be you're in a job and you're finding, perhaps with all this, like you moving outside of yourself kind of thing, is like is creating something fiery within you. I kind of like it actually. And it's like she's like a tree, and the roots are all around earth, and she's growing. It's almost like you're establishing roots, but in an abnormal Virgo way, in a different kind of way. You're doing something completely off your normal. I love it actually. And it feels like sensual, but in a nourishing way as well. Like it's almost like you're taking pleasure in every bite that you eat, in every endeavor that you take, and every move that you make with your partner, with every decision that you've been making so far has been very pleasurable. Wow, Virgo. And it's like not a common thing that, like, topic that we would see with you, right? And it feels very lioness to me, like very Leo to me, right? It feels very even Taurus, you know. Taurus is a bit more sensual than you, Virgo, as an earth sign. So there's this feeling of you stepping into a different, you actually enjoying every, like, you're a gourmand, like you're enjoying every moment, not only food or drink, which you are, but like you're taking a trip that's not normally you, like very spontaneous or impulsive, and every moment of it is like you're I have no words for it again, but you're like delighting in it. And it's a sensual experience for you. It's an otherworldly experience for you. You're in this stage of and it could be a new job, even. It could be just like a linear thing that you're doing, like a moving a home, or starting new friends. But every like change or step you're taking on this path is bringing together these four signs, right? Like you're bringing the emotional and the creative and the stability and the mental energies, and you're molding them in. Oh wow, it's such a beautiful energy, man. And the Four of Wands speaks of joy and stability. It speaks of marriage, union. It speaks of celebration. It speaks of coming together. You're bringing all these forces together around you to bring back joy in your life, like complete joy, like a nourished happiness in your life again, like where you can be proud of your life again, like where you can sit back and say, wow, finally I'm completely enjoying every moment in the now moment. Like whether you're in bed or not, it doesn't have to be sexual here only, but I see a lot of that. That's definitely like on the up and up for you. But otherwise, there's like this feeling of like just like bonding. I think you understand what I'm saying. Like you're just enjoying everything. Like even like that watermelon, it's like the taste different in your mouth, and that or just lying on your bed, it's like you're relishing in life again. I love it. So wow, I don't know, this is amazing. Embrace the moment is your freaking message, man. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. And I feel that you are changing your energy, and it's time to like relish in every moment and live, like really like take in and imbibe everything, right? And enjoy it. It's like delectable to me, everything. Like, wow, I'm getting hot and bothered here. No, it's really beautiful energy. Like, namaste to you, because the 17 is Aquarius, if that is, and there's an Aries here, and that's all I see here. But regardless, and it's just this feeling of you like stepping into your own in a different kind of way. So kudos to you, Virgo. Continue. This is amazing. I love you. If this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon, and I will see you next week. Have a great September. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got transformation, which is death card. 13. This is like, oh, I just realized that this is a horse. No, maybe a person's face. Yeah, it's a person's face. Okay. I was discovering this card. It's like a statue or a man's face. I have no idea. But it's like, it's gonna bother me. But anyways, for me, she's all dressed in green, and for me, she feels like an empress card, and then these wings behind her. So in the death card, it's always about release and transformation, and this feeling of being in a cocoon and being ready to fly, and ready to like come out of the cocoon, as difficult as it is. And I feel like some of you are stuck in an old pattern or an old behavior, an old story, and you're having a hard time reaching out, like coming out of it. But I could be wrong. So let's just see what's going on in here. The path. Gratitude. Will. Share the love. 3 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Dreams coming true. 7 of Swords. Seek the truth. The 7 is, I have also a spirit message for you. The 7 of Swords speaks of deception, dishonesty. But let's look at the cards. Okay, so with you like moving onto a new path, right? You're having to make a change, and look at this path. It's like she's at the bottom of this ladder, and it's a bit crooked, and it's not as it gets narrower and narrower as it gets to the portal. It gets to this change, and she's still at the bottom of the ladder, and she's like with her hands behind her back, saying, "How do I get there?" And that's that feeling I have for you guys. I feel like you're kind of in a doubtful or hesitancy of moving into this next path. Although the 3 of Cups comes, and 3 of Cups is like there's help for you. There's like people around you. There could be 2 other people trying to get you to move to the next step. But the 3 of Cups speaks of like it could be a group of friends, or you see like there's a broken heart with the light going through here. Wow. like it's almost like your path, like it's almost your path is requiring you to break someone's heart or break your own heart to move into this next journey. But even in the breaking of the heart, there's still a lot of support around you, still a lot of help around you, right? There's a lot of people around you that are ready to hold your hand and get you up to this new life, this new beginning. So whatever that is, it doesn't have to be like a complete change of your life. It could be just a career change or a way of thinking. You're stuck in an old story, or you're stuck in an old friendship that's just not working out, and you keep holding on to this friendship and it's just not working out, and there's everybody around you like, don't worry about it, we got you. If it doesn't work out, like it's better to break it now than to keep it going. And like Libra, I don't know where it is in your life, but this change that needs to happen is the best thing for you, because the dreams coming true is like you breaking the heart of yourself or others is actually like setting yourselves free, setting that person free, or setting yourself free to step onto this new path. Wow. It's like you have free will. We all have free will, so we all have a choice. When a choice is made in your life and you've decided to step away and create a new journey for you, create a new path for you, the other people in your life have free will and you have free will, so they have the choice to either go along with you or not. And some will not. And some will feel deceived, and some will feel like you've betrayed them, or but you need to keep going. You need to keep opening the layers. It's within the layers that your truth is hiding, but you keep holding back. I don't know, you keep holding yourself back from something that, like, there's something like an opportunity on the other side of that portal and on the side of that light that is like, hey, Libra, why are you holding on to something that's not working in whatever area of life it is? Because I feel like someone is either like you're lying to yourself, or someone's lying to you. They're being dishonest with you, or you're being dishonest with yourself. Like you're choosing to live in a pretend life instead of actually facing the facts. And it's like, go beneath the layers and go inside and be true to yourself. Why are you playing the pretend game? Just so you won't hurt someone else, or you won't hurt yourself. But there's great, like, there's 9 of Cups energy is waiting for you on the other side of this change. You are like being given the road is there, the ladder is there for you. It might feel a bit tight and like craggly, but it's there for you. And it's like, what are you waiting for, Libra? Why are you holding on to an old story? Like why is, like, you're allowing your parent to keep you down, or your partner to keep you in the box, or your sibling, or your friend, or whatever it is, or your colleague, or there's just something here that you're holding. You're choosing to stay in this heartbreaking situation, even though you are lying to yourself, or they're lying to you, and you're needing to look past that. Like, it's time to go into your soul, go in and ask yourself these questions. You have a huge support system around you that will help you after you make this decision. But again, you have free will, and it's up to you to make your own choice in life. And it's like, you choose your paths. If you, like I always say, we have to listen to our soul. If we go against the soul and we listen to the mind, we are always in a loop. We keep looping, because like thinking is our not our friend. Thinking keeps us in an old story. Heart is our friend. Heart keeps you moving forward. All right, Libra, this is your message. We got strength. Awesome. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. You're always supported. There's help all around you. You're never alone. Like, I love this energy. This is amazing. But I feel like it's like a common recurrence coming up for you, Libra. There's something that's looming always around you, and you keep brushing it aside or keep holding back from it. And Seven of Swords energy is this energy of heavy mental energy. You keep, like, you have insomnia, you can't sleep at night, you're like worried all the time. How do I do this? What do I do? Da, 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 da. And yet you just continue living like it's normal. And then the death is like, it's time. Let's get out of here. Right? Let's go move on to the next step. All right, Libra. If this didn't resonate, you check your rising and your moon. You can always check that on cafeastrology.com. And I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got the Fool card, which is new beginnings, which I freaking love. And I love this even more. Actually, I'm seeing it differently again, like before. I mean, I said that she's standing on the world here, but she's actually stepping into it. Like there's a door, and she's just stepping into this new world without, she has no idea if she's gonna fall through it, if she's just trusting the process, and she's trusting the plan. Here I feel like you are being asked to sorry, there's a fly. I don't know, I think I have a fucking nest around, but anyways, I don't know what they live in nests, whatever. You are being given this like opportunity to jump, to dive into whatever it is. There's something waiting for you on the other side, kind of thing. And some of you are you're hesitating, yes, Scorpio, but it's like, just go for it. Just go. Take that plane and go. Take that project. Buy that thing. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Talk to that person. Don't talk to that. Like, do something. There's a do, right? This is an Aquarius. It's revolutionary. It's rebellious. It's like, say. Don't ruminate over it. This is, the Fool didn't like, oh, should I take the journey? No, he went off. He took a wooden stick with a little handkerchief, with some clothes and a little dog, and he went on this journey. So that's this feeling we're getting here for you. So we have a spirit message for you. We have resilience, which is like a 10 of Wands energy, which is kind of, I like this energy actually. Creation, gorgeous. Hunger, I love it. 11 energy. 7 of Cups, daydreams and decisions. 3 of Pentacles, reach out to us. Reach out to us. And the Hermit card. How gorgeous energy this week, Scorpio. It's amazing energy. First of all, we have this 10 of Wands energy with this 7 of Cups. Like, the 10 of Wands energy is like, look, this heavy load that she's carrying up a hill usually, or with boulders around her, but it looks really heavy, right? But the Ten of Wands energy is like, yeah, I have heavy burdens on me, but I'm at the end of my journey. I've carried these burdens throughout the whole freaking 10 steps. And I'm at the end and I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm like releasing myself from it because I'm starting something new. This is so poetic. It's like, you're done, man. You've done all the hard work. Maybe you've built a home. I don't know. Maybe you've like put in all this energy with your family, with your friends, with your job. You've done the work. You've done it. And it's like, now all these opportunities are coming before you, and they're showing up, and they're emerging, and they're like, what's that word I'm looking for? They're cultivating in front of you, and now you're like, wow, look at all these opportunities. Look at all these choices I have in front of me. I can do whatever I want. And the Fool is like, yes, you can. You just need to go and jump and try one of them, instead of like analyzing and saying, well, I can't do this because my family wouldn't like this. I can't do this because my partner would be very upset with me. I can't do this because my son or my daughter, you know, like, stop it. It's your time to jump in, even with all these opportunities out, like all these, even if, like, let's say you are a daydreamer. The Seven of Cups is kind of like, I'm daydreaming and I have ideas. Take one of those ideas and go for it. What are we waiting for here? We are like, this is, you know, your soul is going to direct you. Let's say you jump into something and it's wrong. Your soul is going to tell you. It's gonna be like, maybe not such a great idea. Maybe, let's say you decide to go traveling and you haven't traveled to India, and all the flights are booked. So that's deterring you into another thing. So maybe you needed to get to Indonesia instead, right? That's what I'm saying. Because once you like relieve yourself of these burdens, relieve yourself of these stresses all around you, all these like I can'ts and whatever, Source is like, okay, let's create something new. Let's work together. Let's come together and figure something out. Like, you're almost gonna start a new project, start a new job. Maybe not a paying job, maybe something completely like passion driven, but something that is part of your purpose. Source has a plan for you. Each and every one of us, we have a unique journey. You, when you're jumping onto your journey, it's only your journey. It has nothing to do with Joe Schmo or Jane Doe, right? None of those people, because you have your own, and you will get you're never alone on this. People will come in and they will help you through this. Let's say you go on to this, you jump into you move into a new country, right? There's communities, there's networks, but your soul or source, same thing, will direct you there. You're never alone on this journey. Even if I decide to pack up my thing and move away to Malta, I am not alone. I will be taken care of, because I will find help every corner. The same with you. So there's like this hunger inside you to do this, because some of you have been holding back because of other people. And this is like your biggest MO, right? That you don't do things because other people, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your kids, your partners, your friends, they always have something to say to you. And Scorpio, you take everything not at face value, take everything in like inside, and you quadruple it, right? So you have this hunger inside you to fucking howl at the moon, to go for it. I really feel like something is beckoning you to go do, and it's like figure it out. By maybe wherever you go, this is what you're gonna feel. like finally peace within yourself. But also if you need the reassurance, go within, find those answers within. This is the Hermit card. Go into nature, go listen to the birds, go do whatever you need to do, go into that cocoon of yours, but listen to the intuitive nudges coming in. Because you guys, I'm telling you right now, I don't know who needs to hear this, Scorpio, but if you're thinking of making a change in your life, whether it's location, partnership, friendship, whatever, a job, a career, a passion, whatever, volunteering, whatever it is that you want to do, this is the time. For me, it feels like September is your time to jump and do it. And howl at the moon while you're doing it, by the way. Come on, like shout it out in everybody's faces. And you are going to be helped. You are not alone in all of this. Like, take that dream, that vision on that vision board that you don't think it's like out of reach for you. Go for it. Like I said, if it's not the right time, then it'll be told that it's not the right time. But if you go within, you can know what's the right thing for you. I mean, I love this energy. It's amazing. It's time. Like, I feel like some of you even are thinking of building a new home or like a structure. I feel like that's like in the works, or maybe writing a book, just doing something. Or moving, traveling, or just changing it up. Seriously, changing within your job, changing it up, changing the roles, like starting a new hobby. But there's something that's holding you back, and you're needing to just jump without looking. No looking. All right. So this is your this is your message, the beautiful message. A father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. It's beautiful. So this could be a grandfather, could be a brother, could be anybody in your life, a son. Just very beautiful energy. They're around you when you jump in. They're holding your hand every single time. Never ever are you alone when you're jumping, by the way. Gorgeous energy. I love you, Scorpio. Freaking happy that you have amazing cards. You're doing something good, right? All right. If this didn't resonate, which I hope it did, you have your rising and your moon and your other planets to go get other messages. Otherwise, have a beautiful September. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We have the root chakra. The root chakra is a Taurus energy. It's an I have energy. It's about finances, stability, but more than that, to me, the root chakra is your groundedness, is getting, finding that stability within your relationships, within your job, within your friendships, with everything, finding that firm foundation in your life. The root chakra is a 1, so it's like a new beginning. So maybe that is playing here a role. So let's see what's going on in your energies. We have a spirit message here for you. Release. Release. It's like a death card. Beginnings. Oh my God, this is amazing. Okay. Surrender. Like, dude, that's amazing. Okay. High Priestess. Listen. The Chariot. Move. Okay. And the 5 of Wands, which is challenging times. I mean, Saggy, this is amazing. So release is like the death card, like making a change, releasing yourself. Look at her, she's like feels constrained, and she's like, oh, I need almost to release herself from these roots, right, from the base. Oh my God, I love that. Like she's almost tied down in these roots, and she's needing to uproot herself and make a change. These butterflies. Wow. 27 is 2 plus 7 is a 9. It's like you're finding yourself at an end of a journey. You're at an end of a chapter in your life that's kept you constrained for the longest time, and you're like, oh my God, it's time. I need to make this change. And the High Priestess is here like, yes, you do. You need to listen to your heart. Stop listening to your ego. It's telling you, don't do this because this is this and this. Don't say this because they're gonna say, you know, like, stop with everyone else. And it's like, look at you, you're like, you're tied down in this what feels rooted, but it's not. It's almost like holding you back from growing. It's holding you back from being you. You've wow. I mean, 27 plus 2 is 29, so 11. It's like divine energy here happening, and it's like the next card is beginnings. Like all around you is this torrential rain and tsunami weather, and in this new beginning is this peaceful meadow, right? This very calm energy, and you're here right now because you're like, so obviously not every Sagittarius, but there's a feeling of you, some of you, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be only a relationship. It could be also your job, that you're not satisfied in your job, or there's like animosity at work, or there's people gossiping around you, or it could be like you feeling constrained in your family, like they're wanting you to be this way, they wanting you this, or you could be like a student here, like this is what you need to do, you need to follow. This is what I want. Like, I want you to be like a cardiovascular surgeon. I want you to be a lawyer, right? And you're like, no, I don't want to, right? And this is that feeling. It's like, listen in. Stop with the chatter around you. People want you to be this spiritual healer, but you don't want to be it. You know, people want you to be in this relationship, or you want to be. You're like holding yourself back in certain situations in your life. And you've been like lying to yourself about it too. And the only way to get out of the tsunami is to make that freaking move. Get out there, right? It's like, I don't understand why they're showing love here. The Chariot is like traveling, moving, going. And this card is like, it's almost like there's these hands with this loose ribbon around it. It's like you're not tied to this person. You're not tied to anything in your life because you are an unattached being. We only attach ourselves with assumptions and presumptions and thoughts, but in belief systems and opinions and whatever, and other people, but you're not attached to anything. So if you need to move, if you need to get out of a situation, it's time to go. That's the feeling I am, and feeling I'm getting, and to surrender to the unknown, and to surrender to whatever is meant for you, Sagittarius, because you're holding on to an old story, an old belief system, and that's why you're staying in this specific area of your life. and you're listening to everybody around you when you're not listening to yourself. Because if all you did was really listen to yourself, then all these shackles and all these roots would unravel themselves and set you free and get you grounded at the same time. But you're not grounded. I feel like you're floating, or you're like being like swept away in these waves, these tidal waves. And all you need to do is make that move. Surrender to the divine, surrender to the source, surrender to the highest possible form of you. Surrender to your light. Surrender to not knowing what the next step is. Living in an emptiness. Surrender to that. Because if you're supposed to live an empty life, then that's part of it. But everyone's going to be living in a life full of love. We put ourselves into the emptiness because we've chosen that, because we think that if we are, like, we don't trust the next person, and we think too much. And it's interesting because the Five of Wands shows up, and it's challenging times ahead, right? Like you have this armor, like you're protecting yourself. I almost feel like it's very interesting because here you are surrendering to the unknown, and it's like, for me, I'm gonna say the opposite of this. Don't put up that armor. Release that armor from you, because you need to be able to accept the unknown energies around you so that you could follow your true path. Right now you're following the path of the mind. You're following the path of what everybody else thinks that you should do. You're following the path of the 3D, the matrix, the roots. The roots are keeping you there, like, stay here because everybody else is doing this and everybody else thinks that's the way it is. It's like you're captive of your own story instead of just letting it go and accepting that you will come up against this challenge. It will be very challenging for you, Sagittarius, but you're also a very fiery sign and you're open to new challenges. So this is almost welcoming. But I think you've been through the ringer, you've been through the tidal wave of emotions way too long now, and it's time to make a move on your own, by your own volition, like by your choice. And the only way to do it is to embrace the unknown, and the only way to do it is to surrender to the nothingness, I point to that because, like, by surrendering to the nothingness is living in the moment, and you can't even believe how actually rooting that is, grounding that is, because you become one with nature and one with your soul instead of one with your mind, which is where you are now. That's why you're needing to release. You're too much in your mind, or you're too much in letting other people control you. These readings, I never know what they're going to come up with, but this is amazing. Listen to your heart, Sagittarius. Wow. Look at this spirit message, man. Let go with these leaves, like this September. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart, and will do everything in our power to protect you. See? This is them protecting you through these times when you let go and you trust the plan. You trust the process. You trust whatever is meant to be will be for you. And you don't need to follow the rules, and you don't need to create a plan. No plans, please. Just do. Just be. I know, eh? Not that easy, but yes, that's what's happening here. I love this energy. All right, my beautiful Saggies. I know getting grounded is not your favorite thing, but this is like, however you can, the best way is, they're telling you, is to surrender to whatever and whenever, and not knowing, but knowing, because you know, but not knowing everything, the plan around you. All right, Sagittarius, I love you. So check out your rising and your moon for other messages, and I will see you next week. Happy September. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got the Hangman. Sacrifice. This is Neptune. It's a Pisces energy, if that's relevant to you. For me, it's a very interesting card because I'm looking at it, and every Hangman is different according to each deck. But this one is like she's in murky water. Water is emotions, and above her is these beautiful flowers and this rainbow, and she's in a namaste position, and she's like in a prayer position, and but at the same time she feels like not that comfortable, like a bit, like, even though it's free flowing, her thing. Anyways, like there's this feeling of good luck around you, like something great around you, but you're treading in like murky waters, in like some really nasty emotions. So it's almost like you're, some of you are needing to take a step back because you're not seeing clearly. You're not seeing the opportunities that are coming by you or coming towards you. Instead, you are taking things personally. You are living in like dread. You're living in fear, insecurity, you know? And no, man, this is look up instead. Like, be the observer and look at things instead of like sitting in other people's issues, kind of thing. I almost feel like some people around you are like hauling you into their issues instead that you have all this greatness waiting for you around you, and you're like sinking into their murkiness. So let's see what's going on. We have a message from Spirit for you, and we have the void, the dark moon. Look at this. The darkness, resistance, interesting, acceptance, the Hierophant, which is the Taurus energy, the Devil, which is a Capricorn energy, and the Ace of Cups, which is new love coming in. Or fertility, or a new project, or a new passion coming in. So we start with the Devil is interesting to me. So we start with this void energy. The void is like either she's in this dark and she's just seeing dark in front of her because she's in that murky water. She's having you are having a hard time seeing the greatness that's around you, the teachers that are around you, the people around you that are there to help you and guide you through this. But instead you're like some of you are seeing that, and maybe you are the teachers, but some of you are choosing to see these people around you as helpers, and some are kind of negative in the way you're looking at everything. So it's kind of interesting here. It could also be you're in the void, in the dark, you see the light. I just feel like some of you are being given a great opportunity to learn from perhaps colleagues or lovers or partners or friends. You're being given this opportunity and you're like lying low and you're fearful. You're fearful of it and you're resisting it because of fear. Because you're almost sabotaging yourself, because you think there's an ulterior motive, right? How, man. And instead there's like an opportunity of growth being handed to you. You're being given a the Hierophant energy is also like a move into higher spirituality, higher consciousness, but also it's a bishop card. But here it's not that, so I'm gonna do it with the here. It's like there's like steps behind her, and there's a dog, loyal, faithful to you. There's like an audience in front of you, and here she's like reading a book or being a teacher, showing, and here you are being asked to step into that role. Whether it's at home or whether it's in a job. Maybe it's because maybe the void is also like you're at a place where, I'm going to read what the void is because I want to understand it actually better. Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. There we go. Okay. Relax, reframe, and think about how much better your life will be without that bad habit, fear, or pattern. Get very clear about the possibilities of this transformation and what it will give you in real terms. All right. So you are resisting. So you're like wanting to stay in this darkness, but instead of doing that, like someone is trying to help you build your build on your abilities, your task, or your it feels very school or work related here, or even just personal. It feels like you are, maybe some of you are like cocooning and hiding from someone, and here there's people around you like, come on, we're giving you the tools and the resources to expand. And yet you're like, no, there's something behind that. You're stuck in the murky waters. You're like, no, you don't trust the people around you. You don't trust your partner or whatever, whoever it is. So you're holding back. You're like, no, I'm going to stay in the void. I'm going to keep my heart in this cage. I'm going to keep my abilities and my gifts in this page, and I'm not going to like share it with people. I'm going to like stay here cocooned. And I'm not going to open myself up to these teachers, these counselors, these advisors around me, these friends, the support system around me that's like, hey, we're here to help you to build this project, to expand your abilities, to whatever it is. Wow, Capricorn. Wow. And that's why it's like stop resisting. Stop being so fearful, sabotaging, judging yourself, feeling guilty, or like holding back. Why are you holding back? Why are you freaking resisting? It's like you're allowing the master. You're allowing this situation or the people in your life to take your power away from you, because you keep like holding them back, pushing them away, because no, I don't deserve this. Why are they doing this to me? You're second guessing everybody around you, and all they want to do is help you. And the future is like, accept the help, accept the hand that's coming out, accept these courses that they're giving you, accept the advice that's coming your way, accept the love that's coming your way. It could be that too. Accept this hand that's coming out to you to help you through this, instead of you waiting in the darkness. You like like this. New love, but new a new opportunity when it comes to your greatest passion, your greatest dreams, your greatest visions is coming your way as soon as you accept this gift or this guidance or this teachings or this advice or this help. This is coming. You're gonna be able to love yourself more. You're gonna see how great you are, instead of hiding in this cage, and instead of caging yourself in, caging your heart, your passion inside because you don't trust anybody around you. You're like uncertain of how to be with anybody, and yet it's there for you, Capricorn. So I don't know what the hell's going on in your life, but stop resisting, trust the process, release your heart, open it up. When you accept this help, there's help around you. When you accept the help, the rainbows, the flowers, they're all yours. All of it is yours. Just like let it be. You're holding, you're not giving yourself credit here, Capricorn. And everyone is around you offering their like hand advice, their guidance, and you're like, I don't know why you're doing this to me. Like, stop being 3D about it or matrixy about it. If there's someone helping you, then take the help and support, because what comes out of that is like strength in your love life, in your relationship. Could be a new baby, but I don't see a baby here, but it could be a new baby if some of you are looking for that and you're resisting that. But there's this feeling of your dreams coming true. You're like coming out of the murkiness. Ace of Cups is emotions, and turning it into light. You're not remaining in that devastation or that drowning or that sorrow or that depression. You're like coming out and saying, no, I'm taking the help that's coming my way and I'm moving forward. So your message from Spirit is memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are rising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones who are here in the spirit world, for neither time nor distance can stop the energy of love that you have for one another. So this is like a spiritual message, the spirit messages. But memories could also be here is like, remember how many people love you around you. Remember how loved you are. And if this help is coming towards you, stop resisting it and accept it. And even if like you accept it, like why are you resisting it? Think about it. If fear is stopping you from resisting it, fear is the killer. We always told you that. Fear, squash that fear. You cannot live with fear in your heart. Fear doesn't reside here anyways. It resides here. Remember who you are. You are power. You are light. Remember that people ultimately want the best for you, not the worst. All right, my beautiful Capricorn. It's time to step into that passion and that drive and that dreams and those visions by letting go of fear. Stop resisting and trusting. I love you, and I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. All right, have a happy September. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. Who's happier than me to see your card come out for yourself? So you got the star card, which is 17. In this deck, it's called Hope, because the star is your hopes and dreams coming true. In this card is this like, she's holding doesn't look like a star to me. It looks like the sun, but that's fine. But she's holding light, and in the light is an image of somebody. Do you see that? So you are the star. basically we are the stars. We all come from the stars, and here your hopes and dreams are coming true. This feeling of finally what you want is coming into fruition. Like things have been a bit rocky for you guys, and maybe now you have more power within you. You feel more confident. You feel that like your self-esteem is back up and your self-worth is back up again, and you're ready to make these decisions with the shiny bright light that you are. So let's see what's going on. We have a spirit message for you. We have faith, wisdom, peace. Wow, you have all the three like interesting virtues. It's beautiful. Okay. The Eight of Wands, success and growth. The Nine of Wands, rest and reconsider. And the Six of Cups, simply love. Okay, it's very simple. Actually, it's actually beautiful. It's like almost the faith shows up here. I mean, this could be specific to some of you. If you're thinking of having a baby and you're having trouble, then have faith that it's coming. But not everybody obviously wants to do this. There's this feeling of having, like, this is a movement card. Have faith in whatever it is that you are seeking right now, Aquarius. If you're looking for success in your career, in your job, in your schoolwork, in your relationships, in your endeavor, in your projects or whatever, or you're changing something up in your life, then have faith in that things are moving for you, moving forward for you, because this is movement forward. Eight of Wands is like the batons are coming in. Like either you're going to get a confirmation. You're getting a communication by email or text or phone call, but something is moving towards you in a good way. And when I look at this, I feel like some of you either maybe you're looking for a new job, or maybe you're starting a new school year and it's like you're a bit nervous, but there's this like, you got this, man. Like it just feels, maybe you've started a project in your mind and this is saying, yes, have faith in it, like believe in it. It's gonna happen, right? Don't believe in it, just be in it, right? And wisdom, definitely when I look at this, is like schoolwork here, like books. The wisdom is within you. Before you know, you know that you have all the wisdom inside you. I can take these things literally, but I want to look at them as a whole, because peace, and I'm just finding here there's like a beautiful evolution happening for you here, Aquarius. I feel like you're moving into your knowing and your innateness. You're moving into exactly where you want to be. It's almost like these past few weeks you've been like a bit on edge and you haven't figured. It's almost like you're figuring out what it is that you want to do with your life or where you want to be, and it's getting clearer and clearer. And it's just like take this time to sit back and let it all in. Or there's some of you, I just got another message, it's like some of you are not 100% sure of what your next step is. So do your homework, right? And not homework like do research and study. Go do your homework. I just undid this, why? Do your homework innately. Like ask yourself the questions. What is it that I love to do? Like put yourself in front of a whole bunch of different fields or courses or whatever, and ask innately, Do I like this? No. Yes. No, kind of thing. That's the thing. And sit with it and reconsider it. Are you actually doing your passion? Are you working in the job that you love to do? Are you working in a job because it's making a lot of money? Are you studying these things because you love it? Or it's because, like, what was the last thing you could get? Can you find a way to get into that class that you really love? Are you in that program that you really want to be in? Are you in, you know what I'm saying? It's all this. Are you in that relationship that you really want to be in? There's a feeling like this is here. It's like, take that step back. It's almost a hangman. Take it, observe, and not, but more than observe is like actually do kind of the innate research and ask yourself, what is it where do you want to be? And I almost feel like peace is like, it's like, this is like Six of Cups is simply love, but it's also childhood. It's like going back to childhood, or it's going back to a time in your 20s, or going back to a time where you dreamt of doing something, of being and go back to that feeling and saying, okay, is that really what I'm doing? Is that where I'm heading? Because that's where you need to be. That's what I'm coming down to see this. Even if you're 18 watching this, or you're 55, or you're 70, are you where you want to be in your life? Your card shows up here. You are the star. You have the ability to create your own reality. You have the ability to create your own journey. You are in your own unique journey. So let's make it sure that you are where you are at a place where your star is shining brightly, not where it's dimmed. So this is kind of that energy here for you. If you have faith in yourself, things are going to fall into place for you. Just be true to your innate, your knowing, your heart, not to the mind. The mind will direct you to a place where food, shelter, all these things are so important, whatever's important in this outside world. Your heart will direct you to the exact same thing, but it'll do it from a place of love and passion and creativity and joy, and not stress, and not anger, and not like resistance, and not fear. It's from a place of like, yeah, it's fine. This is what you're supposed to do. That's why we need to start listening more to our hearts. No, not hearts. Hearts. And like going back to that initial passion that you had in your life and doing that instead of following what everybody else thinks that you should follow, even though you don't follow, but it's fine. There's a feeling that some of you might need to do a little bit more meditation or more mindful work. I truly feel like someone will come into your life that might help you and guide you from the past. You might meet someone from your childhood, but not necessarily childhood, but even like youth and teenage years, that or you had a teacher then that like you love so much, and they spark something inside of you. That feeling is coming up for you. Pay attention to what that is. Pay attention to what the passion, the creative expression it is that was inside you. It's coming up, and that's what you need to be following, not the external, the internal. What a beautiful message, Aquarius. So your spirit message is forgiveness. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. So this message is to anyone that's holding on to resentment. Who are you, Aquarius? So stop holding on to the resentment of this person that maybe withheld you from living, working, playing out your passion. Let that go, right? We don't want to hold on to any resentment. We don't want to hold on to those old resentments and old angers and old hostilities. We want to move into a new energy, which is loving the now moment and loving that person for bringing you to that now moment, right? If I reiterate this all the time, but everybody is on this journey because of people around us that have resisted us, have shown us fear, has been traumatic with us, have abused us in any way. They have been there, they played their roles, and they're here to wake us up to this journey of wisdom. So let's get on with it, and let's go and get your passion ready and up and going. Let's go next level. You are the shine. You are the star. Oh my God, my words. You are the shining star. I love you, Aquarius. If you didn't like this, if this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon. All right. So if you didn't listen to my intro, I say that my words are just like I'm losing it. Have a great September. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We got the Hermit card. Solitude. Number 9. Number 9 is... I almost got a flash that this wasn't the Hermit, but it's the Hermit. It's coming to the end of a journey and moving into something new. That's a 9. Coming to end of a chapter, moving into something new. And at this end of the chapter, you're being asked to go within and ask for guidance within. It's almost like release yourself or relieve yourself from all the drama around you and go and find yourself that happy place at that tower, which is foundation. But the tower is interesting, eh? It's like a pillar more, so that's foundational. Yeah, because if it was a tower, there's like the tower is behind you. It's like the chaos is behind you and you are just finding your center in the front of you. Yeah, interesting. Some of you might be having to write a contract or write a book perhaps, or publish a book, or I don't know. Let's see what's going on with you. Why are you all... This is a message for you. We have focus, protection, fruition. The moon. I was like, what is that? The moon is right there. The moon card, which is Pisces, which is you. The 8 of Swords, which is a Gemini card, helpless and hopeless. And the 8 of Cups, which is you, Pisces, moving on. 8 cards are strength and resilience. And the 9 again shows up here, 18. So again, you're having to move away, and the move away here. So something's happening here, Pisces. You're moving into definitely a new chapter in your life with this wisdom cards. You know, the wisdom is, the Hermit card is a card of leading the way in the dark. Leading... It's interesting because that moon shows up again. So let's do this. Okay. Here you're being asked to focus. And the moon is usually like looking, facing your shadow. Oh, wow, man. Or the moon could be like... someone is being deceptive, someone is lying to you, someone is not as they seem to be with you. They're probably playing a facade role. They're playing a role in front of you, but that's why it's like focus. Pisces. Now pay attention, like she's like half in the water, right? Pay attention to people's intentions around you. Pay attention to people around you. How are they acting? How are they being with you? Is there a reason? There's obviously a reason for you to go within and to ask these questions. You're needing to be quiet. You're needing to be careful. You're needing to confront yourself or others. There's a little bit of a sneaky behavior here. I mean, the fact is there's like a child, could be your children, could be your kids that are hiding something from you. They're lying to you about something, if that's the case, or it could be your inner child. Maybe you're hiding from yourself. Maybe you're hiding from yourself. And there's 3 scenarios that I just said here, so it's very interesting. And there's like this protection. It's like you need to find protection from these people that are lying to you, or protect yourself because you're lying to yourself. Maybe some of you are dealing with an old trauma, a childhood trauma, and here you are like being carried away by this, and you're needing to find that time to take a step back from reality and go rest. Like you're feeling helpless and hopeless. The 8 of Swords is that energy, right? Blindfolded, you're not really seeing. Okay, right here, these 4 cards in the 2 scenarios, I'm really feeling that one scenario is someone is lying, is not really, is like not really telling you the truth. And they've been probably lying to you for a while. And they maybe have been lying to you to protect you. They think they're protecting you from the hurt, protecting you from other people, whatever. But it's only making things worse, because their inaction has made you like second guess yourself, has made you like, what? Like you don't trust anybody, you don't trust anyone around you. This is very interesting, this energy. There's a part of you that is lying to yourself, or you're facing your inner trauma, your inner demons, your shadow self, and you're afraid. You don't want to confront your past, your old stories. You're like wanting to hide from it, so you're protecting yourself in that little nest, and you're like, I don't want to see it. So there's a lot of hiding here, either from someone, or someone doing that to you, or you doing that to yourself. And it's all in like again, I lost my words. It's all in it's all because you're trying to protect yourself, or you're trying to protect others, or they're, you know what I'm saying? It's all this I feel like it's very surface, and now it's coming into the wound. Right? It's been, you've either been living a surface life with somebody, or they've been living surface with you, and now it's like coming to a head kind of thing. It's like, now we're going to take these blinders off, and we're going to start to look at things, because we've been living in this pretend world for way too long. And it doesn't have to be with only relationships. It could be in business, it could be in jobs or friends, or there's just a feeling of you actually coming to terms with things and looking at things in the face, because you've been hiding from this. Because then we have fruition that comes up with the 8 of Cups. Fruition is beautiful. It's almost like you having to confront these shadows You're having to confront these people that have treated you wrong, have been vengeful towards you, have lied to you, or you're having to face yourself in cheating other people, in lying to other people, or you're having to face your inner child. Maybe you've experienced abuse as a child, or maybe you've experienced some heavy energy, and you've been hiding this whole time in this cocoon. But it's time to get out. For every other reason, like even if someone else is doing it to you, it's like it's time to like set yourself free. You need to set yourself free from the energy that's coming towards you, the energy that you're bringing into yourself. You're holding on to this because it's comfortable, or it's not even like, it's scary for you to step outside of the nest. Like the bird can't carry you throughout. You can't always be saved by someone else, right? You need to step out on your own. You need to face your fears. You need to face you're the hermit. You're the sage. You can do this on your own. Some of you, I feel like, are afraid to move out of this because you built this with others, and now you need to move away from this. So you need to face people who have betrayed you or lied to you, or you've lied to yourself. You know, this is the whole thing. I can go through that again and again, but you're feeling like helpless at this moment in time, and the only way to get out of this is to move into a new chapter. You need to find a way out of this. Forgive yourself, forgive the other person. It's over. Like, this is an old story right here. It's old shit and patterns and behaviors that keep coming up all the time for you, Pisces. And it's like, let's write a new story. We need to close this chapter on this old one, because it's a never-ending cycle. And when you do move out, you're moving into like fruition, into like abundance and joy and happiness. Like you're missing out on this because you're holding on to this old story, this old way of doing things, this old way of loving people, an old way of loving yourself. There is this very old story. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but it's weighing you down, Pisces. And the only way out is if you leave it behind. And by leaving it behind, you're moving into this. That's what a lot of people don't realize. They just like to hang on to this, like, well, this is what I know, and this is what happened to me, and this victimization and whatever, and I'm gonna stay protected. I'm gonna stay in this relationship because it's really good. I'm gonna stay in this. Well, I started this business, so I'm gonna stay in this business even if it's not working out anymore. You know, all these things. Like, what are you doing? Why are you staying in that? There's something phenomenal waiting for you on the other side, and all you do have to make that decision to move there. Be that hermit with that lantern in the dark and go for it. Like, go to the other side. You can find your way through the cave. It's time to write your own story. A new story. A completely new story. I want that for you. So this is your message. A child's love. Interesting. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Oh, what a beautiful message. So this is for you guys. When you start this new journey, maybe you'll reconnect with your children. It'll be a stronger bond. But in this case, you tend to maybe are not, you have a harder time experiencing joy and love with these children because you're too much in denial, or you're too much in control or judgment or what have you. So what a beautiful energy to show up at the end here. Maybe it's also a a child that has been gone from you. So this is a message that they're here, standing right next to you, hugging and loving you. All right, my beautiful Pisces. Release that old shit, please. All right. I love you. Check your rising and your moon if you want other messages, and have a great first week of September. Love you.